Benny had always been the kind of boy teachers spoke about, even when he wasn't in the room. Focus was in his eyes, discipline in his steps, and ambition tucked quietly behind his smile. He studied late into the night when others slept, believing that education was the key he needed to unlock the door between poverty and possibility. His dream was simple yet burning: to join a university, graduate, and make something of himself. And he did. The day he received his university admission letter was the day his childhood officially ended and a new journey began. University opened his world, offering freedom, opportunity, and responsibility all at once. It was here that he met Sandy, bright-eyed, brilliant, and a year behind him academically. She had a laugh that carried warmth and a mind that challenged him. What began as a friendship grew deeper, and by the time Benny graduated, they were more than lovers, they were parents. Their son arrived 2 months before Sandy completed her studies. The joy of holding their child came with a new kind of pressure. They were young, unprepared, and the world suddenly felt heavier. School deadlines, rent, hospital bills, diapers, and dreams all competed for attention. Life did not pick up immediately. Life tested them first. Benny took up contract work with NGOs, assignments that had him traveling constantly, sometimes to remote regions. He would pack a bag and disappear for weeks, chasing stipends and experience. Sandy, prayer after prayer and application after application, finally secured a permanent job shortly after her graduation. It felt like a miracle: steady income, stability, and yet it became the beginning of distance. 2 houses, 2 schedules, 2 exhausted people raising one child through phone calls and weekend catch-ups. And as weeks folded into months, unfamiliar shadows grew between them. Doubts, silence, misunderstandings, the kind of issues that creep in quietly when love is stretched thin across kilometers and calendars. Then one day, Sandy stumbled on conversations, messages between Benny and another woman. Screenshots turned into heartbreak, and trust cracked loudly. She confronted him, and the family was summoned. A room full of elders, advice, prayer, pleading, and warnings. They urged them to hold on and remember what brought them together. But some wounds heal slowly. Sandy decided to walk away. For several months they lived separately, co-parenting, hurting, thinking, healing in slow circles. But love has a strange way of remembering its way back. They found themselves drawn together again, cautiously, gently, like 2 people learning a language they once spoke fluently. They tried again. Sandy later felt ready to expand their family, a second baby, a new hope. But life, unpredictable and sometimes painfully unfair, took a turn. 2 months before her due date, she lost the baby. Grief has a shape only those who have lived it understand. The nights were long, the silence loud. It felt like the world paused for them, then continued, even while they remained frozen in heartbreak. But grief, though heavy, did not destroy them. It softened them, matured them, taught them the cost of love and the courage required to keep choosing each other. A year later, their tears turned into laughter again. God blessed them with twins. 2 lives where one had been lost. 2 cries where silence once lived. It did not erase the memory of the child who never breathed, but it filled their house with new light, a gift, not a replacement, but redemption in its own form. And as the babies grew, so did Benny. The boy who once studied under dim hostel lights was now a man working with top parastatals in the country. His dedication paid off. Promotions, leadership roles, international trainings, conferences with people he once only read about in newspapers. He sits today in rooms he once dreamed of, yet he carries inside him the weight of every chapter, the hunger for success, the struggle of early parenthood, the fracture and mending of love, the ache of losing a child, and the miracle of holding two at once. His story is not a smooth line. It bends, it breaks, it rebuilds. It is a story of growth, faith, second chances, and the unseen battles behind every success.
Your support keeps us going. Subscribe for more inspiring stories every week.